Welcome back to The Boo Review's 50 Best Horror Movies Special, Part 2. This time we'll be counting down from 25 all the way up to number 1, my all-time favorite horror movie. Again, this list is purely subjective and only takes into account how much I, Jerad, enjoyed it. Enjoy.
Ravenous.
Ravenous is a unique take on the cannibal subgenre of horror, basically presenting cannibalism in an understanding and light way, but ultimately condemning. More than that, its presentation and soundtrack are really the attraction here. David Auburn from Blur fame scores this one, and his music gives the emotions in the film a kind of odd, kooky weight. Completely enjoyable and one you wonon't forget.
Eat to live. Don't live to eat. Huh?
Bride of Chucky.
Another film that is divisive, Bride of Chucky combines three of my favorite things: road trips, horror, and marital disputes. Well, maybe not that last one, but it all completely works. The Child's Play series has always had humor and themes of family, but Bride of Chucky runs away with it with so much abandon and glee that I can't help but respect it and laugh along with it.
Jesus, the music scene's gone to hell since I've been dead. That's more like it.
Night of the Demons.
One of the best so bad it's good films out there, mainly because the 80s production here is so enjoyable and well done. The acting here is the right kind of bad, where it's not too annoying but unrealistic and silly enough to make you laugh. Plus that Angela dancing scene feels like it comes out of some more respected indie art drama. This is the perfect Halloween movie, and if NetherRealm, developer of the Mortal Kombat games, ever make a horror fighting game, I'd vote Angela into the roster.
Where you going? The party's just begun.
Night of the Demons.
Child's Play.
Child's Play actually has a bit of an eerie vibe, and some good scares, especially if you're a kid, or scared of dolls. I also look at actor Brad Dourif's performance here.
Oh God, I'm dying. You hear this, you son of a bitch? I'm gonna get you for it! I'm gonna get you! And I'm gonna get Eddie! No matter what!
Jesus Christ, give this guy an Oscar. There is a great Everything's Wrong with Child's Play video from CinemaSins. I recommend it if you've already seen the film. The fact that their video doesn't completely ruin the film for me is a testament to its strength. Child's Play is a classic.
There's nothing innocent about Child's Play.
Cloverfield.
I saw Cloverfield in theaters with some friends, and I tell you, the scale of the monster is much more impressive on the big screen. The small screen really just doesn't do this movie justice. The characters all felt real, in a kind of New York rich kid kind of way, but they were really good at conveying fear without actually seeing the monster or being able to curse given this film's PG-13 rating.
Hey, do you guys remember a couple of years ago when that guy was lighting homeless people on fire in the subway?
Jesus, Todd.
What?
Maybe not the best topic for conversation down here.
Right. I just can't stop thinking how scary it would be if a flaming homeless guy came out of the dark right now. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Insidious.
Insidious' first half is genuinely creepy, with one of the best jump scares that's not actually a jump scare brilliantly pulled off. You know the one. The second half suffers for being a bit too much like a silly Freddy Krueger movie, but I think it somehow still fits. I'd rather the film stay fun than try too hard once it's lost steam, so it's not a complete deal breaker for me. Darth Maul was better in this film.
Oh my God, Dad. He is looking.
Child's Play 2.
Funnier, and with a more impressive looking Chucky, Child's Play 2 kicks ass. It's the best in the series and has a fantastic death scene in the end, rivaling that of the first film. The thing I love about Chucky is that most serial killer psychopath slasher types have so little personality, and due to Brad Dourif's performance, Chucky has plenty. When he gets mad, he actually sounds genuinely mad, and in that way, he's just a little bit more human.
Peekaboo! Please, let me out of here, Andy. It's dark in here. I promise I won't kill anyone else. Now open the goddamn door! Let me out, you little dick! Let me the fuck out!
Tales from the Crypt. Demon Night.
Okay, so this one actually traumatized me as a kid. The Tales from the Crypt HBO series was awesome, and this offshoot movie is no exception. Billy Zane plays Satan, and is as charming as Satan should be. The acting's not bad, and there's plenty of gore. Another fun 90s horror movie.
Cut! Oh, hello, kiddies. So glad you could join me. Your pal, the Crypt Keeper, has gone Hollywood in a big way.
The Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Dream Warrior. monsters.
What helps this one rank so high is its imaginative and consistently good kill scenes and special effects, which is absolutely the best in the series. It also helps the kids in the film are actually likable, which is a rarity in horror films.
Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn.
The best Evil Dead is the one that realized how much fun it could potentially be. There's only 3 more films in this list that I would consider more fun than Evil Dead 2. A blast from start to finish. Evil Dead 2 at least kicks the most ass. But you probably already knew that. Who hasn't seen this movie?
Swallow your soul! Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn.
Stephen King's It.
Okay, so the first one on my list that actually gave me the serious heebie-jeebies is the first part of the It. This one scared me, but it literally scarred my younger brother, who to this day does not feel comfortable watching it. I'm not sure what it is about clowns that makes them so scary, but I kind of feel bad for them. For generations, clown was a noble profession, bringing joy to kids around the world. Now, because of the It, clowns just can't take a break.
Don't you want a balloon?
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers. My dad said so.
Very wise of your dad, Georgie. Very wise indeed. I, Georgie, am Pennywise, the dancing clown. You are Georgie. So now we know each other.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
This is the film I refuse to be objective about. I watched this one around the same time I watched Demon Knight at the young age of 9. It scared the shit out of me. The club debauchery that ensues in the second half should not have been shown to me, but damn if it did not shock my little mind. You're probably wondering why I'm not showing much of the second half of the film, because I want to believe there's someone out there who hasn't seen the second half, who hasn't looked it up on the internet and will go watch it and be surprised. Wishful thinking, I know, but it's worth it if someone can experience it the way it was meant to be seen back in 1996.
Richard, what's wrong with you?
Before you flip out, okay, let me just explain what happened, all right?
Explain it to me. I need an explanation. What is the matter with you?
There's nothing wrong with me, brother. That woman tried to escape, and I did what I had to do.
No, that woman wouldn't have said shit if she had a mouthful of it.
Wrong. Yeah. After you left, she became a completely different person.
Yeah. Is it me?
Poltergeist.
When a ghost story completely throws away any rules about the way a poltergeist is supposed to act, you get Poltergeist. With likable characters, loads of zany moments, and just a few heartwarming ones too, you would think I was describing a family comedy. It doesn't sound like it works, but it does. It didn't scare me, but it is the most enthralling and entertaining big-budget horror flick I've ever seen.
They're here.
Record.
And that's what it's short for.
Intense. This word is probably all you need to describe Rick, but whatever, I'll add a few more. The acting in this is top-notch, convincing enough that my dad, who watched the first part, thought it was real. Of course, he doesn't watch a lot of horror movies. The leading lady doesn't hurt things either, acting or looks-wise.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser is deep. I know that upon first viewing, you probably thought it was just another 80s horror flick. It's definitely that, but it's also a bit intellectual underneath its S&M oriented exterior. Basically, what amount of pain is worth the pleasure one could derive from said pain, and how far is too far. This one also produced one of my favorite horror icons, Pinhead.
Hellraiser, a film by Clive Barker.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Gozu.
Gozu, in a way, is more of a surrealist film than outright horror, but considering the images displayed in this one are of a horrific nature, I think it counts. Director Takashi Miike takes a note from David Lynch here and delivers some pretty shocking stuff, especially near the end. Jesus Christ, that ending. Insane and definitely not for everybody, but bold enough to grab the number 10 spot.
あんまり見ないでください。あれはヤクザだけを襲うよう訓練されたヤクザ犬に違いありません。
ヤクザ犬？
ヤクザ犬です。
あれが
Cabin in the Woods.
Surprising and often funny, Cabin in the Woods is a great horror comedy. There are probably funnier horror comedies out there, but I think this one wins with its grand concept. If you haven't seen it yet, I won't spoil it, though I can't guarantee that others won't. So you might want to check this one out and see what all the fuss is about. That rhymed. Oops.
We have to stay together. This isn't right. We should split up.
Yeah, good idea.
Really?
The Exorcist.
At least I didn't put it at number 1. I haven't seen the director's cut with the stair scene, so I'm sticking with the original. If you wonder why it's often so high on lists, it's pretty simple. It's still shocking after all these years. I can't even imagine how people took it when it was first released in the 70s. If you grew up with religion, or are religious now yourself, you probably can understand why this film made such an impact. Beyond that, there's also the cinematography, the acting, and the almost Kubrick-like direction that plants this film so high, so often.
Lesson of the Evil.
I do not recommend this to anybody sensitive to overt violence. For those of you who can stomach it, this is another shocking Miike gem. I've only seen this once, but that should tell you something since I've planted it so high. This often gets dismissed as being another of Miike's nothing means anything, there is no deeper meaning, nihilist films. When you've seen his Dead or Alive trilogy, this actually makes a little bit of sense. But this movie is really just another film like Videodrome, where there is way more underneath than it lets on if you're willing to think about it. Pay attention to the Mac the Knife song and the lead character's friend, and I'm sure you'll be thinking about it too.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead is not only one of the best zombie movies, but also one of the best character-based movies too. Character conflict is really the centerpiece here, and it's far more realistic and interesting than anything the soap opera Walking Dead has produced. The comic, at least. I haven't seen the show. I know I'll get around to it, but the comic left me burnt after constantly repeating storylines. Anyway, for all the accolades the comic gets for asking the question of who's the real enemy, zombies or man, Night of the Living did it first and arguably better. No character is ultimately good in this film, but none are outright evil either. They're human and they all make mistakes. Just avoid the Night of the Living Dead from 1990. It completely misses the point.
More thrilling than your strangest nightmare.
Day of the Dead.
My favorite of the Romero trilogy, this one kind of blew me away. This isn't a perfect movie, no movie is. The effects, the thematic material, and the gore are all one step up from Dawn in my opinion.
George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
The Host.
I feel I'm cheating a bit with this one, as you could probably call Bong Joon-ho's movie any number of genres. I include this one because despite the genre clashes, it's still a monster movie, and the monster drives the character's motivations. The Host is filled with great characters, a driving plot that makes you care for the family's journey, and a lead that is somehow both comedic and heartbreaking all at once. Comedy, drama, action, mystery, and a whole lot of subtle moments make this one of my favorite Korean horror movies.
Dead Alive.
Okay, people always talk about Evil Dead 2 being the most fun horror movie ever made, and I respectfully disagree. Dead Alive, in my mind, is all of my favorite things about gory, imaginative horror movies I love crammed into one and cranked up to 11. I hope that one day Peter Jackson will return to his crass, silly filmmaking style. Critics be damned. This movie is a blast, and rightfully often heralded as the goriest movie ever. No arguments here.
I kick ass for the Lord.
ERASERHEAD.
Another film that would probably fit right into any best surrealist film list, just as much as a horror one. ERASERHEAD is kind of a mindfuck. A movie that I think best matches what a dream nightmare is actually like. ERASERHEAD is exceptionally weird. David Lynch has often said that no one yet has presented a complete and comprehensive understanding of this film's theme or what it is all about. I will say that I think it would be hard for him to argue this film is about the fear of responsibility, but who knows? It's David Lynch.
Believe it or not, ERASERHEAD is my most spiritual film.
Mm-hmm. What will elaborate on that?
No, I won't.
And now, the #1 horror film I've ever seen is...
Super Mario Brothers 2 again, baby! Super Mario Brothers 2. Oh, it's still the king. Still the king after all these years.
Jacob's Ladder scared me. Not just in a gives me the creeps kind of way, but a genuine fuck, I'm scared out of my mind right now kind of way. Scared in a way that it really isn't tangible. It doesn't present a fear of anything rational I could point out, it just got me. I watched this one by myself in a dark room pretty damn close to TV, and although it loses some of its edge when watched with a group of people, please watch it alone, I'll never forget watching it for the first time. Scared me more than any other movie I've ever seen. It's surreal, scary, and surprisingly moving, which most horror films never even attempt. I said that Eraserhead feels like a dream nightmare, but I think Jacob's Ladder just might have it beat. 2 notes. This movie inspired the scary as hell Silent Hill video game series. That should tell you what this movie is all about. Also, please watch the deleted detox scene on YouTube, as it's just as creepy as the rest of the film and probably shouldn't have been cut.
Jacob's Ladder.
Alright guys, that's it. That's my top 50 horror movies of all time. There's some exclusions, and they're only excluded because I don't remember them. You know, I just feel like that would be dishonest if I threw them up there and didn't really have anything to say about them.
So is that where Alien's at, huh?
Shut up.
Where's Ringu?
Oh, Ringu's okay.
Ringu is so good. I'll try to make a top 10.
Alright, top 10 right now.
These are in no particular order because I'm going to just name...
No particular order?
Evil Dead, Alien, The First Paranormal Activity, Ringu, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. I like The Conjuring.
I had Paranormal Activity 2, because you like it too.
I did like the second one.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2 would be a part, like the whole, like the Evil Dead trilogy would be a part of it.
Did you say Wreck?
Oh my, no, I have not said that. It's in your list, but no, that would definitely be part of it. I love Wreck.
Did you see Shaun of the Dead?
I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead. I would love to.
See, Shaun of the Dead, I think would actually be high on my list, but I've already done the video and I forgot about it, so. Would you watch my number 1 movie?
Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah, man. It's so good. It's Silent Hill, but in movie form.
There's already a Silent Hill in movie form.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess I would watch it. I mean, what's it about? You made it sound like it was like a drug trip.
That's all you need to know.
Thank you. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back shortly. We are working on our top 10 ghost videos of all time, so we're really looking forward to doing that. We'll have our usual recap at the end of the month, posted in the first week of the next month, so in November. And we're probably going to dedicate November to suggestions. Because we've gotten a lot and we're getting behind on them. October's putting us a little bit further behind because we already have plans for these videos. So November will probably be a big suggestion month, so stay tuned for that. If you put a suggestion in, your suggestion is going to make it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you again, and have a good one.